Maista myös aito Amerikan keisari. Keisari 66. Käsin tehty aromikas pintahiiva-olut. American Style.
Howdy, hi, friends and neighbors. What's up? It's Jason Newsted here, and you're watching Chaos TV.
Okay, so hello everyone. We are here at Rock the Beach with Jason Newsted from the band Newsted. So first off, hello and welcome to Chaos TV.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me, Chaos TV.
So how has the summer generally been so far for you guys?
This is very exciting. I haven't been to Europe for 13 or 14 years to play for the people, and so there's a newness to it, but I have all of the ground under my feet from the work that I've done, and so it's pretty freaking awesome. The respect that's being shown by the people, the positive vibrations and reaction we're getting back for the songs has been great, man. I'm happy to see them. They're happy to see me. It's been very fun.
So which shows have been like the best ones for you guys so far during this run?
There's been, we're about 15 countries in this month, and so there's been some special ones for sure. When we get to play with heroes like Iron Maiden on Sonosphere and some of those things, that's just awesome, and it's epic quality coming from a metal kid's heart. It's like pretty great, you know, after all this year. Played with Maiden many times, but to come back and be able to do it this soon is pretty special. I'm gonna say so far that the best, like, true, authentic, fucking ceiling sweating metal show was at the 100 Club in London. You know, they have 300 people can fit into this place, right? And I hadn't played there since I played with Metallica long time ago. And this is an infamous place, you know, the Beatles, Sex Pistols, everything. It's like a very serious, it's a little tiny shitty venue in a basement, but the vibe of it is just incredibly powerful. And so the agents and managers and promoters and everything had told me, you know, you're going to play over here with Maiden, and it'll be Barcelona, 40,000 people, and you play over here 1,200 people with Slayer, and one, you know, in a club this size, and 600 over here in these, you know, on your own in this club this size, and then you're going to be at the 100 Club. But even though it's the smallest one on this run, it will be the freaking just most epic one, you know, and it turned out to be right. They were right. So that was really special for the 100 Club. The actual volume of it, the sheer volume and power within the room is what did it, because we're so used to playing on the festival things leading up to that, where it's that kind of vastness. This was very special. Everybody that was there, out of those 300 people, each one of those people represented about 100 people themselves. They really wanted to be here and with us. They wanted to be there with us. The people that bought tickets early and were determined to see us and share it were there, so that made a big difference. And Donington, after not being there for many years, it's always been a special thing because of what Donington was. Now there's how many thousand festivals over the summer, but it used to be Donington and a couple other things. That used to be the crown, you know, and so that always is going to be a very special place for me. It's the first big festival I ever played with Metallica in my career, way back when. So those are a couple special ones right there.
So you have a new album coming out entitled Heavy Metal Music, and it will be released in August through Sony. So first off, could you tell us like shortly about the writing and recording process of the album?
I made some demos September of last year and January and February of this year, 2013. 3 people, Jesus Mendez Jr. on drums, Jesse Farnsworth, and myself made the metal EP that came out in January on iTunes, went to #1, and kind of get everybody familiar with the song Soldier Head and that kind of thing as the you know, the spearhead of the movement. The LP was constructed in the beginning of this year. Mike Mushak from Stain joined our band in February. He came in immediately. We made the LP. So the 4 members that are in Newsted now made the LP. 3 made the EP, 4 made the LP. And the process was that I basically made the seeds on a demo on a GarageBand application on the iPad, which this is like my first computer. I did this for years and years. I got this thing to make music with, and it just flowed out. It was the first time ever in my career that I wrote 20 songs top to bottom, programmed the drums, did the bass, the guitars, the vocals, the voice, put my name on and everything. So I got those seeds together, gave my boys the music, said this, I want it to be kind of like this. They put their artistry on it and brought it in their hands, and we played and played and played, and then together we formed the songs, made the fruit out of the seeds that I planted, and then that's what we have now. So it was very much a collective effort once the skeleton was established by myself. So our band, as the 4 people right now that you're going to see today, has only been together just a little bit longer than 4 months. So considering that we have EP, LP, world tour and more world tour coming for the next 12 months, happening that fast is pretty crazy. We're doing a lot of catch up right now, trying to catch up to a lot of commitments. So it is familiar to me, but there is a great newness to it as well. It's fantastic.
So did you feel like yourself like more artistically like free when creating basically this new project? Because I guess the Metallica fans pretty much expect a certain kind of material from you, and so you basically had like pretty much like free hands to do whatever you wanted with this project.
Yes, I think that it had to take all this time for me to get to this spot. All the experiences that I had with playing with all the different bands that I've played with all over my career, I've finally been able to get them in some semblance and spit it out. Like all, because there you go. There's influences of the teachers that you can hear that are worn on my sleeve. You can go, okay, Soldier Head, that's Motorhead, and this is Iron Maiden, and there's Judas Priest, and there's Metallica, and there's Voivod, and there's a piece of Echo Brain Color over there, and there's this and this and this, and there's this influence in Black Sabbath and all that. All the experiences that I've had learning and living have come out in these songs now. It's just like a kind of an obvious thing that ever happens to everybody, but I had a long time to store the shit up. So now that I'm letting it flow, it has a certain caliber to it because, the people I've been fortunate enough to hang around.
So what can you tell us about the album's lyrics? What kind of topics does the album deal with?
The thread that goes through all the lyrics is follow your heart, stand up for yourself, live while you're living because you're a long time dead. Take advantage of the opportunities that you have and don't be scared to fail. Don't be scared to fight for what you want, that kind of thing. And I think that it kind of more talks about what I have lived so far. It's very personal. A lot of lyrics are very personal. Some of them, like Soldier Head and Skyscraper and things like that, we talk about direct no war is good, no war is holy, those kind of things. But it's still about preaching to everybody about being better to each other, brotherly and that type of thing. So even Soldier Head is it's about honor, and it's about heroes. It talks about bullets chasing my head, but it's about standing up for what you believe in too and being honorable. So all of them have that. What I've tried to show example in my life, try to be honest, try to be honorable, try to be authentic, try to fly the metal flag true, all those kind of things. That's what it talks about.
As you mentioned, you were a bassist for Metallica, so did you basically learn like something from those times that are like useful now when you started a new band?
Of course, man. Age 23 to 38, I was in the biggest heavy metal band that ever existed. Okay, the first 15 years of my formative what formed me, period, as a human being as I traveled around the world with these people. So as a human, as a person, the way that I go about it was all formed within that camp. The way I go about music, the caliber that is maintained, that has to be met, the standard has to be met of the music, and that all comes from those guys, of course. I will say that as far as the music and like the voice and the attack of the voice and the creation of the lyrics and all that to finish off the music, that teaching comes from Voivod. That teaching comes from Snake. Snake is probably between James and Snake, those are my two greatest teachers as far as how to make music, how to write songs, and how to weave the voice within the music. Not just have some soaring metal guy voice over the music that exists, but have the voice as another instrument that weaves like a snake in and out of the songs to make this special thing. And that's how I have to compose my lyrics for the songs to perform bass and sing, because playing guitar and singing is one thing, but playing bass and you can't let go of the bass. With guitar you can fucking but with bass you need to be laying down the concrete the whole time. You have to be touching the instrument the whole time. So I have to write songs where it's me singing then the band answers, me singing then the riff, me singing then the riff. It has to be worked out that way, and that's all come from Snake showing me how to weave words. So in life, both of those bands, there's 8 years with Voivod and 15 years with Metallica. Between those teachings, just like what you experience in your life when you meet people that make you what you are, or the experiences with your grandfather or your mother or whatever like that make you what you are, your brothers, that's what I've done with a lot of different cool brothers and relationships over time, where I've really tried to be like a kid coming in there, open eyes, really try to pay attention with these great heroes that are playing in front of me, even though, say, Zakk Wylde might be a little bit younger than me, but man, he's more accomplished than me on an instrument, so I'm going to pay attention. That's what I'm talking about, is having the privilege to hang around these people and being smart enough to pay attention to what they're doing and take something away with you, because those people are really, really talented to start with, and I got to kind of work up to get close to them,
So do you have some goals on a personal level or band-wisely that you still would like to achieve, since I guess you have already achieved pretty much, but...
Definitely was a part of something that took our style of music to the tallest mountains it's ever been taken to. So that's I don't ever plan on competing with that or beating that. That's not. I have reasonable expectations. Okay. I've been in it long enough.
So you don't expect this to become basically the next Metallica or anything like that?
I expect it to become whatever it becomes. We'll keep working hard. We'll do it with purity. And if people dig it, they dig it. That's all. But because of demographics, because the way the world is now, because the way the music business operates, as opposed to the way it operated back then when Metallica was at its peak, it's all different. We set standards and records that can never be achieved because the way the world works now. So that's just the way that is. And setting those peaks and everything being a part of that is what it is. But I have aspirations for this band or for myself in the way that my quest is still the same as it was from Flotsam and Jetsam till now. I want to take the music to as many people as I can take it to in as many places as I can. I've played 50 or 52 countries in my career, and there's probably 80 or 90 that will accept our westernized style of heavy metal music now, and that's really my quest. I want to be able to take it everywhere that it's possibly accepted. Back in the day when Metallica broke down the walls, man, for any of these guys these bands now that are coming around, or the Mastodons and Triviums and those guys of the world who I really dig, flying the flag and everything, we broke down those walls so they could go to those places back in the day, and I would still like to do that kind of thing. That's my aspirations, to be able to go. I think Metallica's been maybe 3 more countries than I've been so far.
So you're pretty close already.
So I'd like to, I'd like to go to United Arab Emirates and South Africa and China and India to play and all those things. Those are aspirations still. Places that haven't heard me or seen me play yet. That's important to me. That's really what it comes down to. There's not much more than that. It's important for me that people know that on this particular run of these 50 or 60 shows, as we're bringing Newsted out in the beginning, there's no profit in this for me, at all, not 1 penny, actually less than profit. So it's because I want to do this. I do what I want to do, because of what you mentioned. Metallica was a big old thing over here. I earned a bunch of money once and I didn't waste it. Now it enables me to do things like this and bring my band over here if I feel like playing for the people. That's what I do with that. I do what I want to do when I want to do it. This is what I want to do right now. This is, the people have screamed me back into it. I'm going to do my best at it. Whatever happens with it is cool with me, because I don't have anything to prove to anybody anymore. It's just about letting them know that I'm still here, alive, and trying to fly the flag true after all these years. It still is old school heavy metal music that we're playing. It's not like huge innovative something or other. It's just what people are already familiar and unfamiliar. It's still got a freshness to it because I'm back and it's been a long time since people seen me, but there's still authenticity, man. That's the word, like we started in the beginning of the interview. Authenticity is the word.
So what can people expect from the show tonight?
The same answer, I think. That's probably it's authenticity one more time, and it's the real deal. There's not a great production because that's not what we're about yet. This is the first time around, so let the music do the talking. And what's important to me is the unity. What makes heavy metal special, right? Especially in this live atmosphere, and why we've been able to grow it into all these giant festivals that go across the countries now is because people are willing to go neck deep, knee deep, waist deep in the mud to dig the metal, right? I don't find any pop rock fans and country fans willing to do that kind of stuff. The unity that we have and what we've built this thing into is fucking indestructible, and I'm really proud to be a part of it. And now coming back to maybe give it another infusion too, it makes me feel good, man. Like we did something right along the way. because of the honesty and all that shit. That's why we got all these people here today and wherever. I mean, there's festivals all over the place with lots and lots of people there that are so happy to be a part of something. You know, this music gives everybody something to be a part of. You wear your favorite bands on your chest. You support them. You're part of them. That hasn't changed. That's not going to change. There's just more of us now. You know, this music is forever, man. There's no question about it. Heavy metal lives, man.
So thank you very much for taking time off to do this interview with us, and good luck for tonight's show. Anything you want to say as a closer to your Finnish fans? You can watch the camera over there. And
it's been too long, but the time has come, and I'll be happy to see everybody. Let's get down today. Are we just rocking the beach, or are we rocking all of Finland?
Yeah.
All of Finland?
Yeah.
All of Finland. Dig it. Newsted's here. Newsted's back. Jason's back. Check it out. Keep the metal alive, people. Thanks, bro.
Thanks.